Apostolic epistolary. Damn, this is scary to begin a thing this great. Nah, not really. Let's go. These are the last days, kid. Chopin plays in the background. Back I wonder. Poland comes. Bananas. Lift me up, says the corporate logo as they drag us down. Under, not Uber. Their moths seem like funnels, looking to suck the rest out of us. Man seems past his prime, and a new species forms to fasten maws on man like a flying breed of vultures. Last men in last days of culture, man, corruptions, yield and harvest, corruptions, vultures. These are the rich times, the lean years for me in my historical anachronicity, but rich time for the sick blossom culture that now wilts, thrives, and withers like a flower past its time, and the odor is a bit funereal. But the music still plays, and we love it in our late great turntables, or all too modern turn of mind. It all sounds the same, except for the affected and too hip ones. Yes? Well, the last day is upon us, the heirs of all things, the worlds, seeking a flame of fire to keep warm. The image of his person comes, the scepter in hand. Lawlessness abounds all round. Look at it in wonder. Look at it in enjoyment, the drama. Drips rich with excess and smells, flowers and carcass blossom, rich and ripe. Ah, the smells. The oil of gladness gone, missing from the bodies now, embalming fluid and too thick makeup, and even the embalmer's fluid runs, too rich, through the carcass of culture. It is stopped up, I might even say constipated, with embalming, history in its veins, arterial sclerosis, necrosis forming and choking the strangling, half-living old culture. The man, bent over, the human race stuck in its overfull afternoon, bent over, and not sure whether to puke or die as it gets too fat, old, and chokes in its heart attack at 50. But even here an artist works, amidst the choking, fashions the work of his hands to worship. And I do. Even amid the din and drone of metal sounds, they will perish. Fold them up, vain things, proud things, beautiful fucking things. Love them now, and we do. But they will perish. Years will not fail, but man will. In the meantime, in my time here, I'll take things light, relax, throw my legs up, make man my friend if I can. But when I cannot, when I must rage in rancor, then I will imbue it all with art fine, and make my enemies my footstool, and lay back. Perfect through sufferings made, like the clay, baked, perfected. If we hold fast in confidence, we can get there, boys and girls, artists. As it all bakes around you, hold fast, hold away, and aloof, guard your hearts, guard that clay from the fire. Do not harden your hearts. Stay young in heart, while the rest grow rigid or rot. The living God, 40 years, the works were finished. Will my works be finished in 7 years or 40? Rest. Cease from your straining. You're already worthy. You're already guilty. Shout it at the air. Shout it at the sky. Dip down, crumple, collapse, bow down. Shout it to the bowels of the earth. I am worthy. I am guilty. I am man. The many-directioned spine runs through this work. Hebrews reboot. It comes from the clouds. Gotta back it up. My paranoia descends, erupts. Back it up now. But look, man, let's back it up. Let me talk a little straight with y'all. Y'all, this bill, it's crazy. I have the most acute eye in centuries. Can see through all bullshit, any bullshit. And my big head don't even totter a little. What a neck that must be. Robust to carry all that inflated air weight. Air isn't heavy, never mind. But if it's solid, then it ain't inflated, so then, neck just normal. Back to the skeleton, airy. Back to the skeleton. After airy turd of neck decided. Is he losing it? Fine, deride it, but come boldly to the throne. Come boldly to the throne, that's all I ask of you. Come boldly. Forget the throne for a minute. Come boldly only. What does that mean? It means come boldly, not humbly or humbly, but not ingratiatingly. It means don't apologize to those greater, but fear lest you trample on those less great, those lower, for the throne sees all. Come boldly to the throne, bow humbly to the lower, for the throne is highest of all, will mow you down, grind you under, and rest its feet on you if you usurp its role. Make yourselves the highest in its place, or fail to have grace toward the lower. Listen to my words, lest you fall. Listen, lest the wrath fall upon you, if not of God, then of bad taste, bad form, the lash of my pen, or others in their turn in the future, perfect pens, crafting and cataloguing a perfect history of symmetry and great schadenfreude at all dead souls who looked silly. Remember, friends, your memory, the memory of you, will last much longer than you. Don't be present gluttons, present pigs, wallowing in your own shit to leave behind a bad smell only for the world. Be pleasant, be aesthetic memories reverberating permanently for eternity. He is a priest forever. He is a high priest. He is a priest forever. He is high priest, the Melchizedek. A trumpeter of verse, ripping holes in the world. Anchor of the soul. The forerunner has entered. The forerunner. The wave runner. The grave digger too. Peace. The king of peace. Salem. Solemn. Let's go back a step. The grave digger. Peace. Peace is the thing that sets its seal and rests the yield of corruption. The beginning of the end, and soon congealing blood comes from the peace. The Salem. Slaughter of the kings, think of it, slaughter of the kings, the yield of peace. In peace, crystals, excess bubbles, congeals fat, wealth at the top of the pot. In peace, the comfort and the commerce distill a fruit. That fruit is ferment. That ferment is lament of the old hardness. Softness enters. The fat, soft ones come up to the top. The kings hard have to go. Slaughter of the kings. Then the good kings are gone, the squeeze begins, the slow ferment long ere the lament is ready to squeal, a while yet before the pain begins. The bubbling beginning excess of corruption's ferment is quite pleasant, quite a harvest, quite a cornucopia of plenty for all, before the lean times come, before the squall, the squeeze men come to lick up every last drop from bottom and middle and lap it all up to the top. Then the top heavy structure threatens to tip over, and does so, and the slim neck stalk that holds it all up is engulfed in fire, and the so fine structure totters, the neck breaks. But it was beautiful in its time. Without genealogy, then begins the new thing. The savage thing needs its first things, myths, its first fruits, and anchor, lie, to hold it steady, something weighty. A lie, to root and hold its life steady. The truth is so light, so late. The beginning, foundation layer, needs a weighty lie to set it anchored and steady in the sea. What is truth? It is a phantom ideal, not clay like Plato, not real like man, but ideal like Plato, and nothing so earthy as a cave, fleeting, though, as shadows and dreams. Ah, yes, dreams. There's a hint. That's a hint. Dreams are the breeding ground for truth, rootless things, no reference point to earth, to interests, survival, or the need of the thing, the species. Truths are flighty in the air, like mushroom tops floating without stalks in ether, never earthly. But the lesser, the earthly, is blessed by the better, dreamy air structures and webs of thought. The boring story of the earth is blessed by the wild, enthusiastic falseness of man, his mind, his riotous dreams, aping roots and showing themselves as roots. I mean to say that our words, our talk, our thoughts, our experiences provide a little color to the dull struggle of plants and animals that bore us up, and so we believe. The higher thing, higher in history, newer, higher in fineness of structure, higher in concept, blesses the lower thing, even though that may go on without it. Surely man can go on without tithes and priests and truths, and society can endure without religion. But the higher thing still blesses the lower, and the dance with truth in its danger makes all things interesting. In my case, at least. Let others cower, shiver and shudder at the cold phantom, truth. For me it is just my home, and I like the cold. I have other things to keep me warm and at home. Let others shudder, struggle, dip down, back into soil, back to plant and animal, and fight it out without the interesting dance of forms, ideals, truths, and dream whispers. He lives, future one, another tribe, a priest forever, a better hope, surety, unchangeable. That was what seed truth planted, what roots it dashed into the earth, the hope for a permanent thing, an end to struggle, an end to the life's anxiety. That is what truth promised, a better hope, something, anything fixed forever, stability of mind. If mind had to exist, came to exist in its time, due to life, due to the struggle, due to mind's dominance in the struggle, then also must needs come truth to set it at ease. So it is. Higher than the heavens go on endless in all directions, but higher than all directions is the hope of truth. It makes all round things straight, though they be round, perfected forever. But whatever it believes, whatever surety it sets up in the heavens, whatever forms a culture contrives, whatever lies make a living thing thrive and strive. At the end of the day, all the things, according to the pattern, subjective in the center, they hold aloft an image that makes the living thing live on, no matter what truth it claims, what survives, continues on in its lie, and calls it the truth. What dies in its cold truth turns cold, and only the cold hands of a late-bloom dying culture can dredge that up for a while, before all sinks in the swirl and swamp abyss of impermanence, of perishableness. I have better promises for you. Mount up, man, follow me up. I will show you them on the mountain. You surmount, you come to terms, you come to my terms. Come to the word, make peace with the terms of reality. Find that up on the mountain you've surpassed the dwarf, the mole, the air is lighter, gravity is less. You've surmounted, you survive amidst cold ice truths that would have frozen an earlier one in the tropics, down by the water's edge or in the valley. You are here, up in the storm center, where the cold, dry air is licked by lightning, the static charge shocks with truths. But you are no more shocked, for you have seen, you have surmounted, you have seen all, man, life, lies, their ugliness, beauty, their splendor. You have approached the throne, you have overcome. You can now bow down or raise head up to the stars, neither in shame nor in haughty spirit. A spirit of stupor has taken your enemies. Better promises, the day is coming. Let the spirit of stupor blind the ones whose days are numbered, the ones who can't handle the blinding light. The lampstand, the lamp itself, the table, the broken tables of laws. The showbread, it has been eaten. We stand here hungry, we stand here famished, at first ghastly, then living on the light alone, a synthesis and snapshot in time. We eat the light of truth, and it nourishes us, sustains us in absence of bread. Alone. Sanctuary. The second veil is broken. The holiest of all. Everything here looks golden from the light. Just broken tablets and free light streaming. The high priest alone in the light. Death. Good things to come. A long dream year. The eternal inheritance. Without spot or scarlet wool to blind the eyes with blood of goats or bulls. The end of the ages for us all, not parallel. All our ages end in their own dot, coming to blot out all. It is a fearful thing to fall dead into the hands of the living God. Are you there? We handle with care and with flippancy things hoped for, things not seen, put them to the proof. Worlds were framed by dumb things, Pilgrims on the earth seeking, finding nothing. Things to come, back to nothing. Not afraid of the king's command, no king, fallen. Passing pleasures of sin, great riches. No reckoning coming. Enjoy it now if you're bold. Maybe the circle comes back around. So be bold, enjoy it now, and make the guilty ring a pleasant circle